Well, as this gorgeously constructed room is telling us, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the most aesthetically pleasant game that I've ever played. Oh, what the fuck have you done, Rockstar? Why are his gloves so massive now? Oh my days, this is a right outrage. Never before have I been so disappointed by a shot of a man's trousers. So outrage has befallen Red Dead Redemption 2 players as they've realised that the main story mode for the game has actually been downgraded in a recent patch. And I mean, sure, it definitely has seemingly been downgraded. The ambient occlusion has just gone yay. However, what players aren't noticing is that this downgrade actually occurred in a previous patch, patch 1.03. The recent patch was 1.07. However, as interesting as a downgrade may seem, Red Dead Online hasn't actually been affected by it and remains without a downgrade. So the main story specifically has been downgraded. Why? Also, why are people only noticing this now? It happened months ago. Even I didn't notice it. It took someone pointing it out for me to realise, oh, this has been downgraded. You not noticing things is nothing new. Why are you so desperately searching for the approval your father never gave you? I'm not a substitute father figure. Please fuck off. So no matter when it happened, the main story for Red Dead Redemption 2 has definitely been downgraded. But is that really such a cause for outrage? I mean, the online hasn't been downgraded, so it seems rather pointless. But then it occurred to me that maybe there was a technical explanation as to why this downgrade has happened. So there's no way that Rockstar wanted to downgrade their game, is there? There's no real reason why they would do that. Let's compromise the experience of Red Dead Redemption 2 just for the hell of it. Oh yeah, that sounds like great fun. I mean, if you can still code like that after 20 pints on a massive bender, then fair play to you. But I doubt that's what happened somehow. So there must be some technical reason for this downgrade. So if we head back to the patch where this happened, it was 1.03 I do believe, which is the patch that added support for Red Dead Online Beta. Which of course would mean that the game file size would have gotten much bigger for one, and at the same time the patch featured fixes for stuttering and lag issues, as well as performance and stability improvements. And as you can imagine, performance improvements are usually tackled by addressing the root cause of the performance problems. And so it makes sense that when the game is going to get significantly bigger with Red Dead Online on the horizon at this point, one way to address performance issues would definitely be to subtly downgrade the game. And so you're probably wondering why Red Dead Online hasn't been hit by this, which probably has something to do with the fact that Red Dead Online is hosted on a server, which means those servers can support the graphics that are no longer in the game's files, or more likely are no longer active in the game's files. They're probably still there somewhere. So unlike in the single player in which they had to downgrade, in Red Dead Online, the server that you're connecting to is probably helping unload the performance, which allows for these graphics to still be at their best, which the game didn't struggle with for me because I was playing on a PS4 Pro, but a friend of mine who was playing on a regular PlayStation 4 did actually tell me that he did experience quite a few performance issues. One person isn't an accurate sample, however, and you might not have experienced these issues on a regular PlayStation 4, and fair enough. But unfortunately, Rockstar can't release a selective patch for people who have reported the issues about the game, and so everyone has to experience the same downgrade. Or at least that's what I'd imagine is going on here. I also did mention file size earlier, so if you don't know, Red Dead Redemption 2's file size on launch was big, like 100 gigabytes big. And so with all these updates and Red Dead Online support, that file size is just going to get bigger and bigger, which is going to gobble up a lot of space on your device, and even more space to run properly. At which point the game's size might be making it less and less accessible, so sacrificing the quality of the single player to ensure that there's space for the online to fit in does seem like another logical reason why this downgrade might have happened. Now, I'm not necessarily a technical expert. I really do think that technology hates me. I can't walk past my printer without thinking it's going to turn into Optimus Prime's wet dream and kill me. But I'd imagine that something along those lines would be the reason why a downgrade like this was put in effect. As for why they didn't actually mention that they downgraded the game, well, they still want to sell it, don't they? And at the same time, the game still delivers on all of the key points that it offers, and the game still looks pretty flipping brilliant. So on that note, they didn't mention it because they didn't have to. Now, don't think of everything I've said up until now as me making excuses for Rockstar, because I'm really not. I'm just saying what I think might be going on there. However, if you want to know what I think about this, well, like I said, I didn't even notice that the game had been downgraded until somebody pointed it out, so I'm not really too fussed. I'm just sure that whatever the reason for this slight downgrade in the single player mode exclusively, Rockstar did it for the benefit of the game and its players. That being said, out of curiosity, I would like to know what the real reason for the slight downgrade was. But am I really asked about it? Not much beyond ad revenue. Even then, I can already tell that this will be the only video on the internet about this topic that won't be over 10 minutes long and absolutely pasted with ads. But anyways, please do let me know what you think is going on with all of this, and what do you think about it. So, thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, and I'll see you all very soon with another video at some point.